Just making sure that all of our stuff is up to code and ready to go. We are streaming right now for Facebook, for YouTube. So it says here your audience will get starting receiving your content. Okay, we're just making sure that we are live right now. Sometimes YouTube don't let me know when we're live, and then we're just rolling, and sometimes I don't know. So let's see. So this is going to be a great one, I believe, because we're streaming almost a lot of stuff, like almost everywhere we're streaming. There's not a time where we're not streaming. So it says streaming. We should be good on YouTube. So let's go ahead and let's get started, shall we? Why not? So let's see. Okay, we are streaming on Facebook. Live.me, that's what it's called. I need to remember that. Let's skip the. No, that's not what I wanted to do. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, folks. They want to share it on. They want to share it on. Um, okay, so it looks like we are streaming now on live.me. Yes, we are streaming live.me. Okay, so let's go ahead and stream this on Instagram. Yes, so we are everywhere. Hello, everyone around the world and on my social media accounts. Welcome to an exciting stream here tonight. Hopefully, you guys are looking forward to this grand weekend. Well, it's Saturday now, so hopefully you guys are ready for Sunday. Hopefully, for all of you guys out there, hopefully you guys are keeping warm and not getting so wet because it is raining heavily outside. So welcome everyone. So we are streaming from K.L.P Entertainment's YouTube channel. If you go to youtube.com, type in K.L.P Entertainment. That is my YouTube channel. Go check it out. We're streaming on live.me. I see that there's 3 people who've signed on to live.me right now. So if you guys want to shout out, just leave it in the comments. I'm going to give you guys a shout out. We're streaming on Facebook. You guys know Facebook has announced that this is my 25th broadcast. 25 broadcasts later, we're still doing it. And last but certainly not least, we are streaming on Instagram. So welcome everyone. Just everyone welcome. So this is going to be really fun because I'm streaming on a lot of more platforms than I usually did. So hopefully you guys are ready for this one. So we got some good news. Of course, this is not so much of an advertisement for my YouTube channel, but we do have some good news. All of you guys on my Facebook and Instagram and maybe Twitter have been seeing it. I've been advertising and been showing off a lot of great stuff, and it's just going to be really awesome. So, we got some good things in the works, really, really good things in the works. Let me just get my notes here so I don't forget what we're going to talk about on this live stream. Of course, our new season's coming out, y'all. The weekend show and the Lucas Chat podcast coming out really soon for May and for June and July, new season, summer season. So that's going to be really, really cool. I can't wait to have more details about that a little bit later. As we get a new person here for Instagram, Garrison has joined the Instagram and the live stream. Welcome, Garrison. He is a good friend of mine from GNN, Grizzlies News Network. Good friend of mine. Welcome. So if you guys want shout outs again for live.me, Instagram, and Facebook, just let me know. I'll give you guys a shout out. So new season's coming up, y'all, and I can't wait for that because YouTube is going. YouTube is going really great for me, YouTube wise, and we're gonna have a lot of videos coming out for you guys coming up very soon. As towards to new videos, you guys seen it. You guys seen it. YouTube for us for new videos is coming up. The Real RAs of GGC is coming up, y'all, and I cannot wait for that. For all of you guys who go to GGC, of course, I am producing something very, how should I put it, very unique. I can't wait to see the outcome of this. The real RAs of GGC is just something I wanted to do. I want to bring a little bit of difference to our community, and I feel like that it's going to come off really well, and I can't wait to see the end product of it. I have, of course, I'm directing. My brother, he is producing the music and editing, so I can't wait to see what kind of style he brings to the table. Of course, there's 10 RAs and one summer. Can't wait for that. 10 RAs in one summer. So we have a little sneak peek for you guys. Not a sneak peek of showing, but we do have one of the soundtracks, the theme of the Real RAs of GGC is here in my library here. So let me just get to it. Let me just get to it here. One sec. As one person says, what's your SC? So my Snapchat. It is. I should remember my Snapchat. It's Kennedy Lucas, I think. Either Kennedy Lucas or Kennedy Lucas 3 or Lucas Nation. I gotta double check. You guys can follow me on Snapchat. It's Kennedy Lucas. I think it is Kennedy Lucas, so go check me out. Kennedy Lucas, I really hope that is it. Because I can't really remember at the moment the name for it. I'm trying to get this thing pulled up here. Here it is. This is called Running by DJ Quats. That is the official theme. Official theme, y'all. Yeah. I'm sorry. I love music. All right, so yeah, that's the thing for the real RAs of GGC. Hopefully, you guys are ready for it. Of course, I'm gonna have it out for YouTube a little bit later for you guys to enjoy the full song on it. As we get a new person here for Instagram, Dalton Terry has joined the Instagram. Dalton Terry, welcome. I am doing an exciting live stream because we're not only streaming just for Instagram and Facebook, but we're doing live.me, YouTube, and Facebook and Instagram. So we're doing 4 social media platforms for live streaming all at one time. So welcome. And we're also recording for YouTube on demand a little bit later tomorrow morning. So hopefully you guys are ready for it to be released tomorrow morning. If you missed it, you guys can go back and see it. So that's one of the projects we got going on right now. Big shout out to Host Stream Studios, my studio, for producing my new album called Vibe. It is on YouTube right now, YouTube and SoundCloud, so go check that out, Vibe. It's a new album that got released last week, and we had a lot of hits. We had a lot of people email me and say, hey, you did really well on this, keep thriving. Some people on SoundCloud like my track, so we're booming in that type of field too, and I can't, words cannot describe how blessed I am to just do the things I'm doing, and you guys actually like it. One more announcement before we get to the juicy stuff. I promise y'all, I just want to get the little announcements out the way. Of course, Out of Bounds is coming up in August, but we're also, oh yes, we're also in production of a new film. I've been thinking about it today and pre-production and pre-planned for it today. Of course, this new film is an action film. I can't wait to see what we do, so you guys can see what we do on that. So enough about the YouTube and announcement things. We're gonna talk about some fun stuff on this live stream because that's what I try to do. I try to make sure my live streams are fun because my weekend show is just it's fun, but it's formal, and then podcast is just a podcast. So I want to do something fun for the live stream for you guys because you guys Saturday night you're probably at home because it's raining here in Atlanta. So hopefully you guys are ready for this. Of course, I want to talk about my school year. The school year has been it's been crazy. Let me be honest, and I can go in with some of the professors now because I've passed their classes and stuff, so I can really do an outtake of what I feel about the classes and stuff. So as you guys know, part side from being the producer, director, CEO of K.L.P Entertainment and Host Stream Studios, I'm also a student. I am trying to obtain my BBA, bachelor's degree in business administration. That is my major with a concentration of international studies. So education is always important to me. I want to stay focused in school. Doing YouTube, doing videos, doing projects, and being director and producer is great. But I also want to have something. I want to have a backbone. I want to have a degree in something. And I am a businessman as well, so business degree, so I can have a backbone. So school year has been a crazy ride. Let me be honest. I'm gonna start from the beginning of the school year all the way towards the end. I'm gonna try to make this quick because I don't want to bore you. We still have about 4 questions from Twitter that I want to answer from people who's responded to me on Twitter. Um, Follow me on Twitter, by the way. It's K.L.P. Kennedy Lucas. So K.L.P. Kennedy Lucas is my Twitter account, so you guys can follow me. Um, so the school year has been great. To my coming up to my sophomore year now. Uh, Coming up really well. I became resident assistant for the school, and that was a leadership role right there. And it was my first year, so I was a little bit nervous of being resident assistant. Production with our sports teams here on campus, I'm still doing that. That this will be after this summer and starting fall is soccer season. That will be my third year doing that kind of stuff. So coming back to that because there's extra cash flow is I'm getting commission from that. So extra cash flow as well for that as well. I was coming in. It was fall. Coming in for summer for fall RA. Of course, they moved us in a little bit early so we can get trained up for it. So I was a little bit nervous. Training was tedious, but it was fun all at the same time because it was my first year. Everyone's excited. That was a blast to do. I love doing training because you see the team and you see, you know, kind of like family. RA to me on campus is my family. This is my family, RA family. That is because it's just a homing environment, and I love every second of it. I don't regret it. So I am continue off with the fall semester, my first 4 classes, and give me some time because I have to remember what classes I took because this was fall. This was like a semesters ago. So I took for fall. Let's see, what did I take? I take English 1102 with this guy. His name is Dr. Walker. He was a good professor. He was hard. I mean, he was very hard on his students, but he sort of cared, I guess. It was hard, because I kept messing up on some assignments. I hate that I kept doing that because it's not me to mess up on an assignment, but I did. So I passed his class with a good score, but some of the assignments I wish that I didn't mess up on. To be honest with you, um, took him. That was a fun class I took for him because it wasn't too hard, it wasn't too easy. So down to math class, I took algebra. I forgot the name of the algebra here. I forgot, but I took it with this lady. Her name is Professor Mary George Whitney. She's really good. I saw her not the other day, but weeks ago, and she came up to me and she said, "Hey, Kennedy, how you doing? How's your classes going?" She's really good. She's a really good professor. She's a really good math teacher. She wants you to get it. She's gonna pass you. You have to get it. She'll give it to you. So as long as you work hard and you study for your math exams, then you got it. So I really didn't have any doubts about her class per se because I just knew for that class, I knew that I was going to ace that class. So in which I did. So that was really really awesome. Let's see. I had 2 more classes. I'm trying to remember these 2 classes. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick while we're waiting, because I tend to forget the classes I take. I just take them, and that's just pretty much it. Um, so let's see real quick. I'm not gonna show you guys my school account because I don't want to show you guys that, but I tend to forget the classes I take. Let's see. Move the cameras out the way, and we're streaming all 4 cameras here in my lovely home in Atlanta. Um, Hopefully you guys are ready. You guys are having a good Saturday. My Saturday has been great. Not rambling on. We're just trying to get these classes here. Let's see. Yeah, it's slow today. I hate that I forgot those other two classes. They'll probably come back to me. Oh, art. Okay, yeah, I took art. Took art for fall semester. I can't believe I forgot about that class. So art was good. It was a Saturday class, so I kind of screwed myself up. I think me and my brother had the same class too, so I kind of screwed myself up on that. But I took art. It was just a core that we needed for extra credit, and we took it. Um, my thoughts on that, I don't know. It was boring. I'll be honest. The teacher, her name was Miss Collins. She was great. She was a great teacher. It was just boring. I hate to say, if you're an art major, I'm sorry because I'm the creative person too. But it's just art. Doing art is fun, but understanding the history of art, it gets to me. It really does get to me. So I hate doing art. I really do. So that was that. Let's see what other class. Um, I can't remember. I really can't remember. As we get a new person here, this person here on live dot me. It caught my eye. Your username is Tina Fey. If you are the awesome actress of Tina Fey, welcome. I don't know how you stumbled upon this, but if you're just using that name, then that's great too, because that really got me going. But if that's Tina Fey that's watching right now, I'm an actor. I'm trying to get into movies and production, so yeah, hook me up. I love your movies. I don't think that's the real Tina Fey though. So there's three classes. I can't remember my fourth class for I can't remember. I really can't. Let's see. Yeah, it's drawing a blank for my fourth class for fall. But if I remember, I'll probably tweet about it or something. So that's still the fall, of course, for the year. Of course, resident assistant. We that was a really good, it's a good position to be in. Really, didn't really have much troubles with that, and I just loved it. Classes was good. Working was great too. We had, we were still doing the weekend vlogs and the shows and podcasts and stuff. At times, I made some dumb decisions. Case in point, I went and bought a car for for cheap. I bought it for cheap because it was a cheap sale. But I kind of stabbed myself in the foot because it was Christmas break. I was driving my car and it shut off. It shut off and the oil was spilling from the oil pipe, and it was going to cost me $1,000 to get it fixed. So lesson learned in that, y'all, don't buy. And I use this app called OfferUp, and I regret it ever since because I lost some good deal of money, even though the car was cheap. But I lost that kind of money um, due to the fact because I needed a car at the time, and I went to OfferUp thinking that it would be an easier way to go find a car because sometimes when you go to the dealership, they may have some smug looking dealership places and some real corrupt scammers and you scam people at dealerships that just try to scam you from your money from dealerships. So I try to stay away from that because you got to think smart about that. But then there's some dealerships that you have to have some super excellent credit, and I just don't want to go through all that paperwork and all that boring stuff. So I thought that OfferUp would be an easier way for me to find a car and get the car for cheap, go get a tag, and boom, you have a car. But I've learned my lesson there that never buy a car from a app of OfferUp because that it sucked. So I lost a good deal of money. It was so stressful. Luckily, I've gotten my red car back. So I ended up getting that car back, got it detailed, got it clean. I'm riding around with that car now. It does need an oil change, but um, so I've got that. Christmas break was great. I guess I am thinking about going to New York for Christmas 2017. So me and a couple buddies were thinking about it, and it might happen. I've never been to New York. I've been to Florida. I've been to the Carolinas, North and South Carolina. I've been to Cincinnati, Columbus, Dayton, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Denver. I've been to Denver. and I never been to New York. That's one place that I always wanted to go that I never been. So Christmas break, Christmas time, I'm gonna make that a goal of mine to go to New York for Christmas because I hear that New York is very, very beautiful around Christmas time. So I'm gonna take that whole week of Christmas to just go to New York and enjoy myself with a couple buddies. So that's something we're planning on doing for that. Down to spring semester. Now, spring semester, oh my God. Spring was hard as hell. It was so hard, y'all. I kid you not. So it's springtime, coming back, spring RA. My GPA was great. My credits were up, and I'm continuing on with my college career. Spring, I had some hard classes, and I'm gonna talk shit about these professors because I am really pissed off. To this day, I can say I'm pissed off about some of these professors. Um, professor, sorry. I see you guys hear it. I'm pissed off. I gotta calm down. Mm. I love Dunkin' Donuts too. Dunkin' Donuts, y'all. It's good. So it's spring semester. I am totally pissed off. And towards the end, I'm pissed off. At the beginning, I wasn't pissed. I was excited. So, spring semester, I had four classes. First professor, Dr. Bond. I'm gonna have to give him a shout out because he's one of that professors that he don't give up on you. Like if you're failing his class, you can get you can work hard and he'll try to help you, but you have to help yourself. Case in point, I was struggling. I was struggling in that class. I'll be honest, I was struggling. So his class is physical science, and science it has a little bit to do with film, so I need to comprehend it more. But science, it was definitions, it was word problems, it was projects, labs. It was just anything that science you can expect. So his class, I was starting off at a good point, and then, things kind of got away with me and I was starting to fail his class. So I'm starting to fail his class and he pulls me aside and he says, "Hey, Kennedy, hey, I noticed that you ain't doing so good. You ain't doing so hot. What's going on?" And I'm telling him like, I'm exhausted. I have two jobs. I literally have two jobs, and it's just trying to trying to keep up with that and in school. It's hard, but it can be doable. So I'm doing that, and I'm saying, some of this stuff I don't get, and I don't understand it. So with him, he never give up on you. Like you have to just work hard in his class to get the good score that he did, and I did. I got a high B for is the outcome of his class because he was just that great. Um, so I never really regret. I never really regret taking him, to be honest, because he's just one of those professors that you see that we need a lot more, not only for just our school, but for every school in the United States. We need professors to not give up on their students because not only because they're getting paid to do it, but we are the future leaders of America. And to see that we have great teachers that never give up on you, and wants to help you out, then Um, so with him, I have no regrets because he passed me and we're cool. It did get on my nerves sometimes. I had a paper, and thank God that it's in the dump somewhere because I threw that thing away after I got my good score. So he he for the paper he gives us a 2 weeks before turn in date to turn in a draft of the paper. A draft of the paper is turned in, and he looks over it and he says, "Okay, this is what you shouldn't put in your paper. This is wrong." Just give you a little cushion, and so you to try to fix it. And when you're done fixing it, you can turn it back in. You get a better score. So I didn't do so hot. I did terrible in the first draft, and he pulled me aside and said, "Hey, Kennedy, come here. Let's talk outside." And I'm sitting at my desk. I'm like, "Oh shit! I know what he's gonna say." All right. So I got up And I'm going over here to him, and I'm like, okay, Dr. Bond, what's up? Like, I know about this paper. Lay it on me, you know. So he's just saying, he's like, I don't know what to do, I don't, this paper sucks. It sucks ass, you know. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. So as soon as I, as soon as I fixed it, and it was the actual due date, I turned the paper in. I was praying to God like, this better be the best paper that I have ever done, because I need this passing score for this class. So I turned it in. Didn't worry about it. I just went on about my day. I didn't even worry about it. So a couple weeks after he graded the paper, he gives me a B. Gives me a B. I'm like, all right, cool. That's passing score. I'm passing your class. Great. A B. So he slaps the paper down. Well, actually, he has a stack of papers. He's giving the papers back out. He's looking around. He's looking for me, and I'm like, there's Kenny. I'm like, all right, give me my paper. You gave me a B. Let me see. So he's like, I'm like, what did I do? You gave me a B. So why are you huffing like that? I don't understand. So see the B, and it says here, see me after class. I'm like, what? So after class, I'm coming to go see him. I'm like, Dr. Bond, what is this? You gave me a B. I will take that B. That's a passing score. What's wrong? So he said, yeah, your paper's not good. I'm like, well, you gave me a B though. So what's wrong with it? What am I not understanding? So he's just giving me this whole ordeal about writing better, because I do write good, but it's just hard to sort of put my thoughts and my minds on paper sometimes, because I don't always express on paper what I'm trying to say sometimes. So it's just he gave me a pep talk and said your writing content and your writing style is great, but it's just you really have to focus moving forward in your college career. And I'm like, okay, cool, that's very valid, because I'm gonna take even harder classes. I can expect taking even harder classes. So got him on out the way. And this one professor, again, back to my original point, he never gives up on you. He doesn't give up. He wants you to pass his class, and that's just what it is. So I come back from his class, of course. My second class, which happens to be world history. World history was boring, but um, it was easy, I guess. It was easy. I'll be honest. It was easy. I got to be in that class too. It was not. It wasn't too hard. It wasn't too hard at all. It was just boring, and I'm glad I got the history classes on out the way. That way, I don't have to really worry about them. But got my credit for that class. Dr. Berger, good teacher. He's very chillaxed. Sometimes he's a little bit late on turning stuff, grading stuff, but he's pretty good. He was a pretty good professor. So I gave him an A, honestly, because he was one of the professors that just do your work. So as we get my third class of the year for spring, I took, it was iTech. Oh my God, iTech was one of the hardest classes I've ever took, to be honest with you, because iTech is just machines, and you would think that as producer, director, and editor, I know the iTech world, and I do. It's just iTech class is a whole different chapter. So iTech was hard, but I managed to get through that class with a C. I'll be honest, I make C's before, and this was one of the classes that I had to take a C on, because it was technology. I work I work cameras, I work audio boards, I work TriCasters and production equipment. But iTech class was one of those classes where, whoa, it was like, what is this? So my professor, Miss Benson, I don't know what she was. Honestly, I don't know what she was. It seems like she didn't really care that much. Like, if you fail, you fail. If you pass, you pass. That's all I kind of felt about it. As we get three people. Ooh, I haven't been on Facebook in a minute. So Facebook, sorry y'all, we're streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Live.me, and Instagram. We had four people that had chimed in, and I missed it. I'm so sorry, y'all. We have Kingston has joined the Facebook. Welcome, Kingston. Welcome. Sergio, good friend of mine, fellow RA. Kingston, he was a RA too. Um, so let's see. We get more. Oh, Latrice. I'm sorry. Latrice has joined the Facebook. Of course, she says, "Miss you and your brother. We miss you too, Latrice. Hopefully, everything is great for you, and for you, Sergio, and for you, Kingston. Um, those two fellow RAs. Well, Kingston was an RA like maybe like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. But Sergio, welcome. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the Facebook live stream. Comment below if you want a shout out. I'll give you guys a shout out, not only for Facebook, for YouTube, live.me, and Instagram. If you want shout outs here on the live stream, just let me know. Just let me know. So, so I don't know what she was, Miss Benson with iTech. I don't know. So down to the last class. This is where I'm pissed. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna name her name because she's in this field and she's very connected with the president of our school. So I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna watch what I say. But this fourth class for spring was business communication. Business communication is one of my business classes for my major. I'll be honest. I didn't do so hot. I had a passing score, but I could have done better. I am so pissed at two people. I'm pissed off at myself because I could have done better, but I'm a little bit mad about my professor. I am disappointed because one assignment I goofed. I'll give you guys that. I goofed on one assignment, but I had asked her. I messed up. I forgot. We had an assignment where we had to make a resume, a cover letter, and a draft resume. That was the full assignment. The draft resume had to be turned in a couple days before the whole assignment is due so she can critique your resume. I'm like, okay, cool. So I got the draft resume. She said, she looked at my resume and she said, "Whoa, Kennedy, you do a lot of stuff. Like, do you have time to breathe?" I'm like, "Hey, I'm a hustler. I hustle, So she said, "Oh, this is impressive." I mean, she critiqued it, and there's some things I could have changed. Of course, she's her background is business and nursing, so she knows she's smarter than me when it comes to business. Obviously, but she graded that out, and she said, "Hey, this needs to be critiquing, but you've done well. You've done a lot on your resume." So I'm like, "Cool, I'm glad you like my resume." So, so after that, we have to turn in the edited resume. So you have to look at your critiqued resume and you have to fix it. You have to return it in for official sort of final draft of resume, if I will, alongside with your cover letter. Cover letter, I just type something up. Really, I don't really get the point. I get the point of cover letters, but in this term, it's like, okay, it's hard to sort of do a cover letter for a class, but I've got it done. So I turned those two things in. Didn't say that you need to turn in the draft resume. It didn't say that. It didn't say turn in your draft resume where I wrote and critiqued it on. You have to turn that into. So I ended up failing that assignment because I left that one piece of paper on my desk here at the house. And she failed me from that assignment. So that assignment alone dropped me and really messed me up, She was one of those professors where she did not put most of the stuff on the website, so we can't see what we got. We can't see what we got. So it's just it's like, okay, why don't you put stuff on the website so we can see where we're standing, so we know what we're working with. I pay money to use the service, so you would think that I would need to have all my grades on the website, and I appreciate professors who put every little grade on the website because we're paying money for it. So why can't we not see our grades? So she didn't do that. I still don't know what I got on that exam, that final exam. I don't know because it's not on the website. I can't go find it. I don't know. So I ended up not doing so hot in the class. Got a passing score, but I could have done better. So it really perturbed me a little bit, but it's all good. It's all good. I am still moving on. I passed all four of the classes, so I get to move on. But it got to me. That grade got to me in that class, and I really hate that. I really hate that I messed up on that assignment. I really hate that I messed up in that class because that was one of my best fun classes I've ever took, and I messed that up. So, moving on, of course, after that, I moved my residence out, and, we are here for summertime, and I'm taking a summer course for PE because here you have to take a PE physical education class. So I'm taking PE for the summer. I found out yesterday that you have to take two. So I probably take the first PE this summer semester, and then next summer semester I'm going to take the other PE. Make it easier. Because summertime, I really don't like to have a lot of classes. A couple of my friends, they're taking like 5 classes this summer, and I'm like, whoa, like you trying to get up out of here. So I need a moment for just to breathe a little bit. So that one PE class for the summer, not too bad. So I say all that to say that my year has been a bumpy road between that. I've been working on our sports teams too. I want to give, hell, I'll give it to them. I want to give a shout out to all of our teams this year. I want to give a shout out to our soccer team, GGC women's soccer and men's soccer. They both, I'll be honest, they done well this semester. I went to Denver with them. As I mentioned earlier in the live stream, I went to Denver. I went to Denver because they invited GDN to come and film them at the AI tournament. So I've got to give them a huge shout out because they we became close. There was a moment last in 2015 where our teams didn't like. Well, let me watch what I say. They didn't like us, but they didn't really They didn't really know me. Let's be honest. They didn't know me. They didn't know what I do. They didn't know who Kennedy was. So after the appreciation dinner they gave us, I still remember that appreciation. After that, and after going to Denver, I've gotten close with a lot of sports teams, whether it's not only in soccer but also in baseball, softball, and tennis. Um, so soccer for Denver, that was a fun trip, and I followed most of them on Instagram, and the connection is there now for me. We still have a little bit of work to do. I'll be honest, I'll come out and say it. We still have work to do between residents here and just people on campus. If you can have a good connection, which is great, and I love it every single day when a soccer player, and especially women's soccer, when they come up to me and they say, "Hey, Kennedy," that makes my day because they know who I am. But if they can do that with me, they can do that with anybody here on campus. I'm not saying be friends with everyone else, everybody on campus. You don't have to, but I still trying to want to work that out. So big shout out to them on that. Their season's coming up this fall, and I can't wait. Um, Softball and baseball, their season was great. Huge shout out to softball. I follow a couple of them on Instagram, and they're pretty nice too. Um, I love softball better than baseball, to be honest, because it's quick. It's quick and easy for me to film. So, um, if I show up to work at 12, we'll be done around 2 o'clock. For baseball, you show up at 12, you'll be out at 7. So I like softball a little bit better. Um, like it's okay, both baseball and softball. If somehow some of the team members are watching this live stream, I know it's been set in stone that they were going to go to Florida for softball and Idaho for baseball. Both teams didn't quite make the cut for this year, but keep your head up. If some of you guys are watching it, keep your head up. You got it next year. Just work hard, and I believe that both softball and baseball will make the World Series next year. So keep your head up. It's okay. A loss is a loss, but you keep going. You keep moving forward. Um, I really had high hopes for softball and baseball. Um, because I was going to travel with softball to the World Series, and I was going to do a little film thing for them, and it was going to be lit, but being that they didn't win their game, and the other team ended up going to Florida, I am still here in the house and running the studio now. So I will be doing the season premieres on schedule because I was going to kind of delay that around. So, in baseball, tough guys, very, very, very tough. I like the coaches, all of them. Um, there's not one coach that I like more than the other. I do like our softball coaches better, but I like the baseball coaches too. They're nice, they're funny. So yeah, tennis. They're in Mobile right now. No, actually, the men they won their national tournament. So congratulations to our men's tennis GGC teams. So we're gonna go on to before we end the live stream. Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying this live stream because we're blowing up on live.me. I have 148 likes and 30 views. I'm gonna have to write that down because this is something new, and I'm glad for all of you guys on live.me. You guys are enjoying this live stream, and we just went up to 156. So thank you guys, live.me. Thank you for tuning in. I'm happy about this. I'm really happy that this worked out. There's gonna be more live streams like this coming up very soon. So So let me see. I'm trying to get to my notes here. Okay. So I'm here in my notes. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to move y'all a little bit. So we have some interesting questions from Twitter. I posted a not private message, but a message on Twitter and Google Plus. I can't forget Google Plus to ask me 4 unique questions for the purpose of this live stream, and you guys had came up with some really good questions. So they're just 4. They're normally I would do like 10, but there's just 4 because I don't want to run too long on this live stream. But first question from Twitter. This person had asked, "What is the best present you have ever given?" So I've given a lot. Giving back to the community, giving to my siblings. And I'm not a bragger. I don't like to brag on anything. But the best present I've ever given, I've given a lot. But if you guys can remember, this is a shout out to my big sis who graduated college a couple weeks ago. Her name's Deamber. Love her. Love you, Deamber, if you're watching this live stream somewhere. I made her smile. It was Christmas 2014. She really wanted some Toms. She really wanted the Toms, the shoes. And, I had a little bit of money, and she really wanted those shoes. So we went shopping a couple days before Christmas time. And she was looking at this because we went to, I forgot what store it was in. It was in the mall, but I forgot what store it was. And she looked at the Toms and she said, "Whoa, I would do anything for these Toms, So I saw it. She picked it up and she didn't buy it that day. And it made me nervous because, like, oh crap, she's about to buy the shoes that I was going to get her, like maybe she wants 2 pairs. She can have 2 pairs, So she put it down. She's like, "Nah, I don't want them yet. I ain't got the, I need to save up." I'm like, yes, thank God she didn't buy the shoes because I was going to buy them for her. So I picked them up. I had to go a couple days after we went to the mall. A couple days I went to the mall by myself because I had to shop for all my siblings for Christmas. So I had got her the Tom's shoes, and it was Christmas time. Very joyous. We're doing Secret Santa. We're doing Christmas a little bit different that year, and she opened. It was a funny trick that I pulled. So it was wrapped up, right? So it was my turn to go for Secret Santa, and I had it in my hand, and her face lit up. Her face said, "Ooh, I know what those are. Lucas, you did it. Like, I know what those are." And I joked and said, "Oh, this is for Kendria, my other sister. This is from Kendria." And her heart probably dropped. Her smile went from a frown for a split second, and I said, "Oh, just kidding, it's for you." So she was like, "Oh, okay." So she opened it up, and it was the Toms. Toms that she wanted. It was her size. She was so happy, and I'm really glad that she had got them shoes, and I think that's one of the best gifts that presents I've given. For that, you guys can go see that actually. It's on YouTube at K.L.P Entertainment. Again, K.L.P Entertainment is my YouTube channel. Go check me out because that's a booming YouTube channel. We're still kind of new, but go check us out. So it's called A Kennedy Lucas's Christmas 2014, if I believe 2014. Yeah, 2014. Go check that. It's like a love vlog, and you'll see it. You'll see what I'm talking about. But that was one of the best gifts. Another great gift. Let's see. I mostly had D'Amber for. Oh, my little brother Ryan. So this was Christmas of the past Christmas, and I really like to get people shoes. We love shoes, you know. So Ryan, he wanted some shoes, and it was the black Superstar Adidas, which I kind of want right now because I have a pair of Adidas, but mine are white, and he has the white and black kind. So I surprised him with that too, um, for Adidas Superstars black with white stripes. So I went to Champs to go get them, and he was thinking that I wasn't going to get him anything at the time because this was Christmas of past, and then my car at the time. If you guys remember, if I mentioned it earlier in this live stream, that my car wasn't working, so I had to come up with money to get my car towed. So I didn't really have so much money, but I wanted to get him some new shoes because he needed some new shoes. So I surprised my brother with the black Adidas as well. So that was pretty good. Um, and I think that was really the best gifts that I've ever given. I did give my big brother. There's 5 of us, by the way. My big brother, he wanted something for Christmas. This was Christmas 2014 as well. I got him. I went to Target. They had like a billiards pool set. It was like a miniature pool set, a billiard pool set, and I ended up getting my big brother that for Christmas one year as well. And I think that's the best gifts that I've given, really. Um, Down to the next question, and again, there's 4 questions. We have 3 more to go, and we're going to sign off here because I don't want to keep you guys up late at night to do this. It says here, if you wrote a sitcom about your life, what would you name? What would you name it? Oh, okay. The Weekend Vlog. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. I have 2 names, so I would have to call it number 1, Life with Lucas, because it's Life with Lucas, and it rhymes. Just to go about my life and just things that are going on. Or 2, Life of a True Geek. I know it's kind of far fetched, but as you guys know, I'm a huge tech person. I have a lot of tech, but Life of a Geek. I do. Because I have the technology in the studio, and here it's just really good. I recently just purchased the Alexa, and it's really good. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 9:44 p.m.
Alexa, I love you.
Thanks. It's good to be appreciated.
Okay, so as you guys can tell, I'm a nerd. I'm sorry. The reason why I say that because I'm a gamer. I like to film. I like making movies, appropriate movies by that. I watch anime. I love anime. I do. I'm a little bit into sports, wrestling. I'm trying to get into baseball. Not baseball, basketball. Because NBA, they have some good teams out there. Football, I've seen. I'm not a fan. My grandmother, she's gonna be so upset, but I'm not into baseball. I'm sorry. Baseball. I played baseball for 2 years. D-backs, I would never forget D-backs, But baseball, I film it, but I can't get into it. I'm sorry. I don't know who. All I know is Chipper Jones, and because I hear my grandmother say his name a lot, so that I mean I don't know. Um, but football, we're okay with football. Wrestling, yes. Basketball, maybe. Tennis is okay. Soccer, I got into soccer now. I'm gonna be honest. I got into soccer. I be watching FIFA, not FIFA. Is it? See, I don't even know if it's called FIFA or is it called soccer. FIFA is the name of the damn video game. See, it's sports. I'm trying to get into it. It's just I don't know. So, but yeah, Life as a Geek or with a Geek or Life with Lucas. That would be the name of my sitcom show. It would be a funny, corny show, but I think I would get a lot of hits on that. Second to the fourth, second out of four question here. It says here, if you could have a second home somewhere, where would it be? Oh my gosh. I can't even answer that. Okay, so that's not fair because I would have to choose two places, honestly. I would have to choose New York or California. New York or California because New York is the city of dreams. Again, I'm planning on going to New York for Christmas, and I can't wait to see New York because I've never been, and I've heard great things about it, and I really want to go. Just to see the beauty of it, I really want to go. So New York is one of those things I would want to go to have my second home. Um, as we get a new person here, sorry y'all, new person here, Alexandria Gunter has joined the Instagram. My good friend here on campus, Alex. Welcome. I saw your Facebook post of East Los High. I can't wait. I'm so excited. If you want to shout out, just leave it on the leave it on your comments below. If you can leave a comment. I don't know if you can leave a comment on Instagram, but we're just streaming. We're just having fun. But we're streaming on YouTube, live.me. Again, that's live.me. Social media streaming lounge here. We have over 300 likes on the stream for live.me. So I'm gonna be using that for a minute. So welcome to this live stream. We're almost done, but Alice, you can check it out on YouTube, on K.L.P. Entertainment, my YouTube channel. You can see it on demand tomorrow morning to see the full length video. Um, we're just answering four unique questions from Google Plus and Twitter. They posted on my Twitter and Google Plus, and I'm answering them. So New York will be the second place I want to have my second home. I'll also pick Los Angeles, California, because California is beautiful. No matter what people say, it's beautiful. I will actually want to have a home in California close to San Francisco because San Francisco is very beautiful. I've never been, but it's very beautiful. It's just beautiful. The beaches, the ladies, movies, the what's it called, Star of Fame, or Star of Fame, Walk of Fame. So yeah, California for a summer home, and New York for like a not winter, but like a more like a not winter, but like a fall type of home. Uh, okay, so this last question, I don't know if this is gonna be a weird question or not. Um, Let me read it real quick. Yeah, I'm not gonna read this because it's kind of inappropriate. Yeah, that's kind of inappropriate. So we're not gonna read that last question. I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm streaming on YouTube and I have to sort of watch what I say on YouTube. So yeah, we're gonna narrow that down to 3 questions for this live stream. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this live stream. I want to thank everyone, Facebook, Live.me, YouTube, and Instagram, who tuned in for this live stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and of course, there are going to be many more streams like this coming up in the future for the summer. Can't wait for that. We got a lot of good things coming up for you guys. Like, just cannot wait for you guys to see what Host Stream Studios and K.L.P. Entertainment has up their sleeve, because we are working. We're hustling is what we're doing. Big shout out to everyone. Big shout out for everyone on Instagram. Huge shout out for Live.me. 308 likes on this stream. That's just amazing. I'm really proud of it. Again, if you guys can go see it, go check out my YouTube channel, K.L.P Entertainment. Again, I'm not gonna. I don't know how many times I have to stress that on, but K.L.P Entertainment YouTube channel for me. Go check it out. Subscribe. You're gonna love it. It's really really cool channel. Um, Hopefully you guys like this live stream for now. As right now, I'm Kennedy Lucas, logging out.